Hello, my fellow Softlanders. Welcome back to Soft Words Naija. Today, I want to take you on a journey back to a time when the world was governed by whispers and shadows. Have you ever been judged by your appearance? Have you ever had people look at you and see a curse instead of a person? In the ancient village of Umu Ogidi, there lived a girl named Adaugo. Adaugo was different. Her skin was rough, her gait was uneven, and her features were not what the village called beautiful. The people called her Achuaya, the one who brings bad luck. They believed that just looking at her would spoil their harvest. They didn't know that while they were throwing stones at her, she was the only reason the earth hadn't swallowed them whole. Today, we look at the moral of the hidden blessing. Adaugo lived on the outskirts of the village, near the forbidden forest. Every morning, while the village slept, Adaugo would go to the stream, not to fetch water for herself, but to offer prayers to the ancestors for the very people who spat on her shadows. When a woman in the village had a safe delivery, it was because Adaugo had stayed up all night lighting a candle of protection. When the rains came just in time for the Yam festival, it was because Adaugo had pleaded with the skies. She was the village's secret shield, but to them, she was a curse. The king of Umu Ogidi, King Azubuike, was a proud man. He was obsessed with beauty and perfection. He surrounded himself with the most beautiful maidens and declared that nothing ugly should ever enter his palace. He even decreed that Adaugo must be banished forever to ensure the village stayed pure. The day Adaugo was forced out of the village, the sun turned black. For 3 years, not a single drop of rain fell. The yams shriveled in the ground. The livestock died. The beautiful maidens in the palace grew thin and frail. The king's wealth turned to dust. The chief priest, after 7 days in the inner chamber, came out with a trembling voice. He looked at King Azubuike and said, "Great king, we have chased away our life. The one we called a curse was actually our covenant with the heavens. The land is dry because her tears have dried up. The only way the rain will fall and the pots will be full again is if the cursed maiden offers a prayer at the village square." The king's men searched the forest for weeks until they found Adaugo. She was no longer the broken girl they knew. She carried a dignity that was blinding. When the king's messengers begged her to return and save the village, Adaugo looked at them with soft words but a heart of steel. She said, "I will pray for the rain. I will pray for the food. But I have one condition. To show the ancestors that the village truly repents, the king must marry me. He must make the one he called ugly the queen of his heart and the mother of the land." When the message reached King Azubuike, his ego flared. He, the lover of beauty, to marry the curse? But as the cries of hungry children reached his ears, he realized that a king's true beauty is his sacrifice for his people. He humbled himself. He went to the forest himself, knelt in the dust, and took Adaugo's hand. As Adaugo stepped into the village square, the sky rumbled. She offered a simple prayer: "Let the hearts of my people be as soft as the rain I call forth." Immediately, the heavens opened. But the real miracle happened when the king placed the crown on her head. As the rain washed over Adaugo, the roughness of her skin vanished. The village saw that her ugliness was just a veil placed by the gods to test their character. She was the most beautiful woman they had ever seen. The curse was actually the ultimate queen in disguise. Softlanders, the moral is clear. Never judge a book by its cover, for the stone the builders rejected may be the cornerstone of the entire house. Sometimes, your blessing is wrapped in a package you don't like. If this story touched your soul, type "The blessing is here" in the comments. Share this with someone who feels rejected. Remind them that their time of crowning is coming. Subscribe to Soft Words Naija for more legends and lifestyle morals. Stay soft, stay wise, and stay blessed. I'll see you in the next one.